Your attention, please do not leave the baggage to attendants at any time until the baggage will be removed by airport security. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice flight.
They ripped the stub off.
I didn't like it. Much of a 40 class.
I know.
I printed one off for myself, so I suppose that's going to have to suffice. I'm pleased I did that. That's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
It's not good.
At least we're on the flight.
Hello there.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done the first half.
Sorry.
Operations for departure.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce some of our safety procedures. Please stow your main item of hand luggage in the overhead locker. Smaller items, of course, may fit comfortably in front of you. However, for the safety of yourself and others around, do please ensure that all items are carefully stowed. We're expecting a very busy aircraft cabin this evening, and space in the lockers, of course, is limited.
Sorry.
If you're carrying the bags with wheels, please make sure it's placed into the lockers on the side of the aircraft. And any smaller, second pieces of luggage tagged with one of our yellow under-seat tags.
Everything more or less running. Brings it.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome back. It's flights over the order.
You right, Dan? Jude. That's me.
Enough space on board. However, if you're having problems, please advise a member of the crew. We'll be pleased to have any excess pieces tagged and placed into the aircraft hold on your behalf. The only exceptions are if you're seated either in an emergency exit. takes back all the way back to 1981 when the first Boeing 767 prototype rolls out of the hangar for the Boeing Aircraft Company. Had the registration of the aircraft, November 767BA. They obviously knew there were 5 things in store for this aircraft. That's back in 1981. 3 months later, that aircraft swept crashed the next month. And later, that aircraft deployed in September 1981. At that time, Boeing aircraft crashed had 6 aircraft used as flying test beds. Classification of the aircraft series. It was actually developed in conjunction with another aircraft, the Boeing 757, which was a slightly smaller but very similar version of the same narrow body aircraft. It was a wide body aircraft. And they were really exciting development in aviation. They were the first 2 crew-class cockpit airliners. And of course that was very important back then because it gave the opportunity to remove the extra crew member, which was the flight engineer. Aircraft before then would have had a 3rd crew member up in the flight deck controlling the engines and the various systems. So this whole series of 757 767s were really a very groundbreaking aircraft. British Airways, we first started flying 757 in 1988. Then our first 767 Bravo entered British Airways service in February 1990. It was named the City of Paris. Its first flight was the BA302 to Charles back in 1990. Then throughout the 1990s, BA built our 767 fleet. We rose to a peak of 28 aircraft. And it's a fantastic, flexible,
Exactly. And I get the job done as good as I can like that, and it's fine to me. Not all be leaders, like, you know.
Both long haul and short haul config. Of course, this is a short haul config aircraft, so we've got 259 seats on board this aircraft, but it could even go up to about 375, I think was the largest number of seats you could fit on a 767. 3 different sizes available. There was a Dash 200, a Dash 300, and a Dash 400. We are currently on a Dash 300. It's going to be a middle size of the aircraft, which is about 6.5 metres longer than the shortest one. Cost price back in the late 1990s when this aircraft would have been $85 million US dollars new. And back then in the 1990s, this was the most common aircraft flying across the Atlantic. They were also a very technologically advanced aircraft at the time. They were the 757 767 the first aircraft type really to gain ETOP certification, which allowed 2-engine aircraft particularly to fly much longer direct routes over water, particularly over the Atlantic. So in the late 1990s, if you were aboard an airliner flying between America and Europe, this was very much the most likely aircraft you would have been on. And that really paved the way for later Boeing aircraft like the 777 and the 787s, which we are now bringing much more into service. And then fast forward another few years, this aircraft was actually delivered into British Airways service in 1998. This aircraft is essentially 20 years old, which is actually very typical for an airliner. Then in the year 2000, we started to shrink our fleet a little bit. We lost 7 aircraft, which flew down to the Southern Hemisphere to join service with Qantas Airlines. And that's an interesting point because these aircraft were actually available with 3 different engine types. You can either have General Electric GE engines on their Pratt & Whitneys, but British Airways, we chose the most powerful engines, the Rolls-Royce RB211. And that's why when our 7 aircraft departed, they went down to Qantas, because Qantas also chose the best engine choice, the Rolls-Royce, in my view, the only choice for an aircraft. So why was it so good for BA? Why has this been such a marvellous aircraft? Well, as I said, it's been very flexible. When we first brought them in, it was replacing 3-engined aircraft called the TriStar. Initially brought in on the long-haul config on the Middle Eastern routes, places like Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Riyadh, Doha, Jeddah, and Khartoum. And we've had this aircraft in service for many years, and it has really done such a great service flying all over the world. Let's say short haul and long haul. This one being a short haul variant, 259-seater. But also it's got an amazing freight capacity as well. And so underneath your seats at the moment there is a space about the size of a large 2-bedroom apartment, about 105 metres cubed underneath you, which means this aircraft can take up to about 30 unit load devices, about 13 large aluminium boxes with all of what's currently got all your bags in, and a few other things. We regularly bring a lot of fresh fruit and fish back from the island of Cyprus. So really, it's just been a marvellous aircraft, and as Suzanne mentioned earlier, it's got very strong affiliation to the crew members who've been used on it. It's always been known as the Happy Fleet, and between us on the flight deck, we've got 4 pilots, with the pleasure of 4 pilots today. Between us, we've got 85 years service on this particular aircraft type. But, so why is it going? Well, everything in aviation is onwards and upwards. It's always about increasing efficiency and making aircraft both more fuel efficient and quieter. And over the next 5 years, British Airways is now committed to an investment of £4.5 billion. We are bringing 72 new aircraft into the British Airways stable. And sadly, as much as we love this old aircraft, there are only so many places there you can park an aircraft at London Heathrow. There are only so many spaces in the hangar. And this particular aircraft, I expect either tomorrow or the next day, will be moved to its new home in southern Wales, in Cardiff, to make room for more exciting aircraft in the British Airways stable. As I say, the 787 is a particularly exciting airline that's coming online very well. It's been online about 3 years or so, and we're replacing a lot of these aircraft with those. So I hope there's a little bit of interest, as I just want to pass a little bit of some of the passion behind the piloting staff in British Airways as to why we've had such a wonderful time on this aircraft over. So the fleet has been going for now 28 years in total, and making way for better and more fuel efficient, lighter aircraft. Well, I understand that now we'll be starting our feature-length movie ever so soon. So here we are, 36,000 feet, doing 428 knots ground speed, which is just over 500 miles an hour. And Athens coming up on the left wing at the moment. So from the flight deck, enjoy the rest of the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the last flight of the 767-300ER, and in approximately 1 hour we are going to be making our final descent, finals and landing into London Heathrow for British Airways. Now, for many of us on board, this is quite an emotional experience, charged with much nostalgia and sentiment. For the air crews that have clocked up thousands of flying hours on her, our British engineers who have maintained her and serviced her for over 28 years, the British Airways ground teams who have met and dispatched the aircraft, and the many aviation enthusiasts and journalists on board today, along with the 767 regular customers. We have grown very fond of this dear Boeing, and she's become a little bit like a dear old friend, quirky, eccentric, characterful, but fond of her warts and all. Richard, our Senior First Officer today, has already given you an in-depth history, but we took our first delivery back in February 1990, originally flying on the Charles de Gaulle route. And if I fast forward to the heyday of the fleet, we had 28 767s flying from most bases on long haul and short haul. And now it's our final flight into London Heathrow on Hotel Alpha. So ladies and gentlemen, I think it's only fitting that we raise our glasses to say thank you so much to this dear Boeing that has been a classic workhorse of British Airways, provided the airline with steadfast service. But far more importantly than any of this Boeing 767 has brought her customers and her aircrew safely home time and time again to their loved ones. It is truly the end of an era, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the Boeing 767 with British Airways.
Want some chin-chin. Cheers. Why not? Cheers. I wish I could have yours, but I will at home. I bought some ouzo actually in Cyprus, so tonight. Something nice.
prefers to take early retirement. I've worked for BA for close to 31 incredible years. I've had the ride of my life.
Yeah, no
and we
problem.
have some very loyal customers on board tonight, and regular travellers know that we don't always get it right. We try our hardest, all of us do. My late father was a pilot for another carrier. My husband is one of our jumbo pilots and is with me tonight, and my two daughters have been dragged along for the ride. Thank you all again, and to this superb hand-picked cabin crew, and to all of you.
Thank you very much, Jill.
Have a good one. Thank you to my family for flogging all the way to Larnaca and back with me. When we land tonight, it's going to be my last ever landing for BA. Now you all know that. I'm truly hoping it's a great one. Thank you.
Sorry, excuse on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Captain Julie Levy and indeed the entire crew, a very warm welcome to London Heathrow, Terminal 5. A quick time check for you. Local time here in the United Kingdom is of course 2 hours earlier than in Cyprus, and it is therefore just 25 minutes past 10. Please now remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. You may now make and receive calls, as well as use all data services on your mobile telephones. When it's safe to leave your seats, please take care when opening the overhead lockers, as items may have moved and could fall out and cause injury. And before leaving us, please also make sure you have all your personal belongings with you, and do remember, smoking is not permitted in any location in the terminal buildings. All of us here at British Airways and the One World Alliance would like to welcome home our customers who live here in London, and we wish those of you visiting for business or leisure an enjoyable stay. If you're travelling further afield this evening, we wish you a very safe and pleasant onward journey. It's been our pleasure looking after you on board this evening. We all look forward to being of service to you again in the very near future. Once again, thank you very much, and we wish you a pleasant evening.
I have one final very special announcement to make. As you heard from our captain, today is not only the retirement of our Boeing 767, it's also the retirement of our wonderful captain, Julie Levy. Julie has been a captain with British Airways for 31 years and is without doubt one of our most highly respected pilots. She has been an inspiration to female pilots throughout her entire career, but she is a real role model, an amazing leader, articulate, funny, warm, and with a real passion for flying the 767. Julie, you will be sadly missed. I hope that you're listening on the flight deck. We would all like to wish you a wonderful retirement. Good luck from us all. And ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for a truly great captain, Julie Levy.
Thank you for the last time, doors to manual and cross-check.
They'll be having the safety car doors, anything's not stuck
Are these passengers, they just missed it for the queue?